Hello, I'm TheZOMBIEJ. I will be reviewing those revamps I told you all about in the last video. Saving them for later, though, because this is a video I feel like I should be making, because this is touching on a Hero Factory related thing. So, starting with Savage Planet, Lego did, well, obviously they did the little $10 hero sets, the 3.0 sets. Basically just a 2.0 build, but with different arrangements of stuff and animal inspired, which is pretty cool. But they also did villains, including Witch Doctor, who is just fucking awesome, and also the animals, which are pretty awesome too, like Fangs, Scorpion, and Waspix. I never got Rawjaw, but I really wish I had gotten that set. But also to combat Witch Doctor, Raka was turned into Raka XL. I loved that set. It was fucking awesome. Don't have it anymore? No, it's in pieces. Yeah, I'm gonna have to rebuild that set at some point. Oh, that's gonna be a major pain in the ass to rebuild. I really don't want to rebuild that, because that's a major pain in the ass. Finding all the parts and whatnot. Yeah, you can tell I'm salty about that. But Raka XL was pretty cool. Not only did he use the same chest armor piece and the head, obviously, but he also used a bigger claw finger sort of thing. And one hand was, well, had a blaster in it. Well, there's all these spikes and barbs, and he was taller. He was based on the whole Fire Lord platform from earlier in 2011. And so this XL concept seemed like it was something we were going to see in other waves of Hero Factory, and we did. It started, obviously, with Raka XL, and Raka XL was just it was fantastic, to be honest. You got all these spikes, you got all these, all this stuff here and there that just makes Raka look like some sort of tribal hero. You know, a chosen one type of thing. And while I'm not the biggest fan of the whole chosen one trope, it's still an interesting concept that that is respectable, to be honest. And they chose Raka to, you know, become Raka XL, and this was a great set. Posability had some limitations, but I still enjoyed the set. Yeah, this was a Titan build, obviously. Seriously, I mean, look at the set and realize this is definitely a Titan build. And it was phenomenal, obviously. And to go up against Witch Doctor, Raka had to, you know, have other weapons. He had a spike on one arm, he had a blaster, he had another claw, bigger claw hand, and all this stuff, you know. And while it may seem a bit gaudy to some folks, I liked it. In fact, I loved it. It was awesome. I'm just ashamed of myself for taking a thing apart. But hey, I needed the parts, and you know what? There was something also really cool that's kind of a throwback to Bionicle for Raka XL, and that's the voodoo ball that came with it. That was pretty cool. So yeah, Raka XL had a lot of great stuff going for him. Left a little to be desired, but not much. It was a perfect set. It was not 100% perfect, but it was about as perfect as it was going to get. 2012 saw, well, new builds for heroes. And instead of having any of the other heroes being the XL, they chose Stormer to be the XL. Yet in the animation, he's just about as tall as the rest of the characters. It's ridiculous. And there was memes that went along with this whole Stormer breakout thing. While it wasn't as complex and as interesting as the Raka XL. Still had some interesting with the wide chest Stormer and the interesting foot design, which definitely looked like a Bionicle type foot. And it was used for Bionicle, actually. It was used in gunmetal gray, or whatever the hell it's called, titanium, for Onua Unitor's Earth, which is pretty cool. And they had those like drone-like things that fly off his arm and shoulders, and they go firing, laser blasts of ice. And it was pretty cool. And also, this was the return of the 2010 helmets. They even had fresh helmet designs for Evo, which I have right here. Kind of based on his 2.0 headgear in a way, but at least they did better with Evo and Raka. Raka never had a 1.01, so it was pretty cool. He had like a scope eye of some sort, like Kopaka. And but they really fuck it with Nex and his breakout helmet, which is just an abomination. Oh, it was appalling. But Stormer XL definitely lacked a certain it lacked something. It really did. While it seemed more simpler to build than Raka XL, Raka XL had a lot more going for him. To where with Stormer XL was just made just to be a meme, I think. He had a blaster, he had a sword thing. Okay, the sword seemed a little too small for the size of the character. But overall, and of course you had to apply stickers, which is always a pain in the fucking dick. And yeah, it's always it was hard getting those fucking stickers to line up properly, unless you are a pro at it like Jangbricks. I don't know. I'm not good at aligning the stickers properly. It's just it's fail. But anyway, despite the stickers, it seemed like the XL concept was going down a little bit. So, Raka XL was borderline perfect. Stormer XL was nowhere near perfect. In fact, it had a lot of mistakes here and there. One thing was like turning the armor sideways and using a lot of friction adders and whatnot. Also, the use of this double socket piece in light gray. Had two of those. And also had, two different sizes of the CCBS torsos smacked together. And it's like, what the flying fuck? Is this really design language of some sort? I don't get it, but hey, I bought the set anyway. Well, I didn't buy it, someone else did. But, I don't know. I look at it nowadays and I think, this is not that great, to be honest. At least back then, it was a meme machine, to be honest. It was destined for the memes, and the memes happened. Thanks, Stormer XL. Actually, it's Lego's fault. Thanks, Lego. But then in 2013, we got the Brain Attack wave. And for the heroes, new molds, new stuff here and there. Raka's mask or helmet was basically just his breakout helmet, but without the scope eye, so he's not Kopaka anymore. Ugh, whatever. Oh well. But we did get an XL in the first wave. You wanna know who that was this time? Fucking Furno. Once a rookie, now a commander. Sure, okay. So, you took this one rookie who was a nobody until the Savage Planet story, and gave him an XL form that was fucking awesome. Then you took the pro, who was Stormer, gave him a less than awesome, subpar I'd say, XL form, and then you give this once rookie turned commander, an XL form, which actually is not bad, to be honest. It's definitely better than Stormer XL. Inferno XL had a sword, which was a fucking awesome sword. He shot fire out of it, much like Tahu would use. So, okay, elemental powers, sure. But I really did like the sword for Inferno XL. The shield, yes, it had the H in the center, so and I guess you can't create a mirrored mold of that shield half, so, you know, use it for like a vehicle thing, I don't know. But point is, the shield was alright, the sword was fucking awesome. The cape, you know, I still have a cape that's pretty much intact. This it? Yes, it is. It's soft on one side, and the other side is, well, yeah. So, ignore the cut. So yeah, I will be rebuilding Inferno XL at some point, but Inferno XL was probably the last attempt at an XL figure, and unfortunately this is where it stopped, because Inferno XL, while being slightly worse in terms of the head mold, the mask mold, helmet mold, they did something at least. They were doing things right with this set. There was some gaps, there was some axles to be used. The legs seemed a little thin and floppy. There was friction adders up the wazoo. And there was even the mace half pieces that were used as shoulder armor. Not shoulder armor, but you know what I mean. Upper arm armor. And, you know, overall this was a pretty good set. Not as good as Raka XL, and definitely stronger than Stormer XL, but still. So basically what we have here is they killed it with Raka XL. Raka XL was phenomenal. They knocked it out of the park. They really did. They subverted expectations with Stormer XL, and then they thought to themselves, "Oh crap! Wait, we did something wrong here. So let's fix it." So they redeemed themselves with Inferno XL, and while it wasn't a 100% perfect set, it was still about as strong as it was going to be. It's a fantastic set. It's just probably not the best XL. In fact, we've only gotten 3 XLs in terms of the construction figures. I'm not counting Invasion from Below garbage. Fuck that. But with the 3 XL figures that we did get, Raka XL remains my favorite. Second favorite has to be Inferno XL. And my least favorite is Stormer XL because of the memes, mostly. The memes are so just... There's a lot of cringe that went along with this set, and well, to each their own. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. And you know what? I've said this before, I'll say it again. LEGO sold us these sets so we can make them better. I've said it before and I've said it again. Because that's what creativity is all about in LEGO. Turning sets like Stormer XL into better works of, you know, construction art. This is something that I stand by, and, you know, I'm just a fan of, you know, taking old sets, or not old sets, but sets from LEGO, stock sets, and revamping them to making them be more excellent and more, I guess, attractive to the eye, you know. It's something that we as fans need to do, because LEGO's not going to do it. So we just get parts from our collection in order to turn sets like Stormer XL into better sets. And it definitely is something that it definitely feels gratifying to make these sets feel like they're actually something more than just hunks of plastic. So, with all that being said, 15 minutes later, what sets would I've liked to see? Which heroes would I've liked to see XL forms of? Honestly, an XL form of Breeze would feel kind of weird and wrong, to be honest. I like Breeze in terms of her the breakout version of Breeze was pretty cool. I still have to say that my favorite is the Brain Attack Breeze. That's the best version of Breeze. Fuck you if you disagree. So no Breeze XL. I feel like it would be just well, I think some people have tried to make XL versions of Breeze, and it ended up being didn't work well, to be honest. Nex XL would have been an interesting thing. For Evo XL would probably be interesting too. Remember Jet Rocka from Brain Attack? I guess you could call that XL version of Brain Attack Rocka, but it was shit. It really was. They really screwed the pooch on that one. And well, Jangbrix did a Nex Jetpack edition thing, Jet Nex basically, and altered the build of the jetpack itself, which is a pretty cool jetpack, to be honest, and made a version of Nex to be put into that jetpack. That was pretty cool. Good job, Jang. And I would have liked to see Stringer XL in some ways, and we've got the chest piece that could work for that. Obviously, it would be copying what was already done with Stormer XL, but whatever. Bulk XL, now that would be cool. Bulk smash! Oh, that line is so cringe. Surge XL? No, that would be wrong, to be honest. So there's very few options for... There's only 6 other options besides the XLs that we did get. But, to be honest, I'm kind of happy with the ones that we did get. We didn't need to get XL versions of the other 6 heroes, because, well, this is not necessary. The 3 that we got were good parts packs, definitely. What with Rocka XL had all those spike barb things and whatnot. There's a lot of good stuff that came out of that set. Stormer XL, once again, was kind of a hodgepodge of different ideas that just didn't translate well. And also memes. It was a bit of a mess, let's be honest. And the aftermath of that situation was just like, oh god. I'm happy that it's over, but hey. Inferno XL definitely was a step up after the step down that was, or a step back, that was Stormer XL. I almost said Stoner XL. Okay, well. Won't that make stoners happy? Yeah, the great giant cannabis monster or whatever. I don't know. Make that a Hero Factory villain. Anyway. But Inferno XL definitely redeemed Lego in terms of, the XL theory. And of course, unfortunately I have to mention this as well, with Invasion from Below, we did get an XL Evo set, and it was his fucking mech! Seriously, he already had like 1, maybe 2 mechs. I don't know. He had a small mech that was like a tripod with a gun on it, a cockpit of some sort. It's like, this set is horrible. It really is. It's only useful for parts. Just throw away the cockpit and use the parts for something else. And I can say the same about all the mechs in Invasion from Below. But the XL big mech that was used for Evo. You could call that an XL set, but the minifig himself is still a piece of shit. Throw that away and just look at the mech for what it is. Put your own minifigs in that mech in the cockpit area at least. Hell, if you have a minifig representation of yourself, put that in the cockpit of the machine. I mean, seriously, you're better off doing that than keeping the little Evo minifig. You're better off having all those little Hero Factory minifigs torched. Seriously, they're worthless. Flush them down the toilet. Yeah. Anyway, so the XL platform is definitely something that's pretty cool. I guess you could say that with Bionicle G2, they did the same with Umarak. By combining Umarak the Destroyer with the three beasts, you got Doomarak, which kind of felt like Umarak XL, if you will, which is kind of an interesting idea, you know. I built Doomarak at least once, and I'm not going to build them again anytime soon. But it definitely felt like a big XL version of Umarak, so that was pretty cool. And, you know, that was pretty much the only XL sort of thing we got out of Bionicle G2. As for other things, well, there wasn't really anything else. You couldn't do that with the Star Wars CCBS sets because it's Star Wars. You can't do anything with Star Wars except use them for parts. Anyway, so yeah, the XL concept definitely had had interesting ideas here and there for the 3 XL sets that we did get, not counting mechs. But the execution when it came to Stormer, it just fell flat. It really did. It didn't work. And overall, I don't hate the set, to be honest, because, you know, on the shelf, he has good shelf presence, I will say. He's a big, tall guy, but you can have a big, tall guy in the other 2 XL sets, and you'd be perfectly fine. But for collector's purposes, you might as well have a Stormer XL as well, just to see what the progression is like. So they knocked it out of the park with Rocka XL, then they subverted or reverted back down with Stormer XL, and then they went back up slightly. In fact, even more, I think, with Furno XL, and it was fantastic. It was an interesting streak, that was. But at the same time, you know, I'm pretty sure that, you know, you can have an XL form for every single hero from Hero Factory. All the at least the 9 heroes that we got, make an XL form of all of them, and, well, you got a team of XL heroes. Hero Factory XL. We build monsters. Or like we build atrocities. Yeah, so that's basically it for this video. I will be reviewing these revamps here soon, so stay tuned for more videos. What do you think about the XL concept with Hero Factory? Was it something that should have been abandoned from the start, or was it something that, well, actually had potential and it was fully realized? Let me know in the comment section below. I definitely like the XL concept. I just feel like it's a little bit of a risk that's being taken, which is kind of something that you need to do as a company. Take a risk with this big, tall version of a hero. And they did this for 3 years straight, and it was, well, it was different to see an XL version of, well, heroes. So, yeah, in terms of the villains, though, I would have liked to see an XL version of, of course, Pyrox, because he's a fucking demon. Yeah, that would have been awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of things you can do with CCBS that you can't do with regular construction. And, well, that's basically it. So yeah, stay tuned for more videos. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Thank y'all for watching. I am TheZOMBIEJ. I'll see you folks later. Have a good fucking day, and peace.